I know whenever I had one whenever I was a kid, I found them so fascinating because it's a plant that eats bugs. Are you kidding me? That's so sick. But I have one and I could not for the life of me keep it alive to save my life, honestly. It just did not want to survive, I guess. But what I know now that I didn't know then was that they actually require so it doesn't taste very good. It's a great source of protein if you need it, but I'd rather just catch fish. But we had a boat guide a couple years ago who was dared by a group of third graders to taste the inside of a hooded pitcher plant.
Ew.
And so he stuck his finger and he stuck it to his mouth. And he said that he could not get that taste out of his mouth for about 2 weeks.
Ew.
It ate away at that first layer of skin in his mouth, and it was just stuck. Kind of like eating a warhead, you know how it tears up the mouth?
Ew.
Look, I like to say it because I would feel bad, but he was also the kind of guy that, you know, he'd see Obadiah swimming by in the water and he'd pretend like he was going to push you in.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of deserved it. I had somebody say he should have drank some of the moonshine. I don't think that would have helped. Named Swampers Orgel, because back in the day, if you had a toothache, you could actually take it off of a tree and chew on it, and it would numb the area where you had a toothache. Because other alligators can stumble upon this and actually use it if they needed to, and also other turtles and everything. Yes, ma'am?
It's nature.
Mine is. Makes me question a whole lot of things now.
Right up there next to her, like how her babies are right now. So originally, I believe this batch that she has now, she had 20 to start with, and she has 11 left. Which I know that doesn't sound like great odds, but that's actually wonderful. Because by this time, we were expecting her to have maybe 5 left. So the fact that she has 11, she's doing a really good job. Seeing an 11'2" alligator running from an 8', that was a sight.
Bad.
But we actually have a pretty dark joke about our baby alligators. We call them nature's granola bars, just because every predator really wants a taste of them. And I know I said something about us getting all the wind damage, but none of the rain. Our boardwalk over here to your left is actually part of our wind damage that we got. It thought that it needed a little decoration, I guess you could say, and it added a tree down the middle of it. So we're trying to repair that right now, but what can you do? If you look into the water, you actually
There it is. It's cute.
Mirror Lake.
Now, that's kind of annoying though, because the cheapest, easiest thing to replace survives, but none of our boardwalks do.
Yeah, it literally just needs a hammer and a nail.
Yeah.
Just swing it back
I
up.
mean, we found it up in a tree a couple times.
Oh.
I had a bruise on my leg from going fast down here. I ran into that tree right in front of us real hard. It was not very fun. But whenever I was first learning to drive boats through here, I actually somehow got stuck on a cypress knee so bad that it took about 2 hours and 2 other boat guides to actually push me off of it.
Oh my goodness. Sounds like a fun
And I know that's not something to brag about, but that's kind of impressive, you gotta admit.
It is.
Oh man, I was stuck.
This is a lot longer than I am.
I've gotten better though, for the most
Oh,
part.
I bet it's a lot
Longer
easier
trip
when
than
the
I've
water
ever
is higher.
Alrighty, there. One
When
of
we
the
first
most,
moved here, we investigated
I
a lot
guess,
of
unique
stuff,
and
and then we
common,
didn't
you
go
could
anymore.
say, for the swamp. And that's because those cypress knees that you see all around them, they can grow about 30 feet away from the tree, because they are part of the root system. And it was believed for the longest time that 1, they provide, you know, stability for the tree in our sandy bottom, and 2, they actually provide oxygen for the tree. And that was proven last year to be true. So that's really fascinating. But they can actually grow to be 120 feet tall and 20 feet wide. And they can live up to 1,000 years. Now, as you look around, you've probably noticed we don't made it this entire place. But luckily, FDR did put us into the National Wildlife Reserve back in 1937. We've been doing pretty good for ourselves ever since then. But everything you see around you is new 17 hours ago, and it had burned 4,000 acres.
Oh, I had no idea. I was thinking about the big fire like many years ago
The
from
2007?
2007.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's the
So
one I was thinking
that
of.
was a prairie building fire because it took out, I believe, 20,000 acres in just 12 hours.
Yeah.
But as you guys came into the swamp, you actually saw one of our efforts to prevent a fire that bad, and that was the Yes, you can speak. Burning up all the dry shrubbery so that we can get a wildfire under control.
I don't know if he's turtle or a gator, to be honest with
Oh, look at him go.
you. It's a big turtle.
Soft shell?
Yeah, nice.
Oh, that's a big guy.
It's a big one.
Hello.